it again. Let's eat 'em up. Let's get fired up for tonight's performance. Clap and boogie along with the band as we feature the tubas, the drumline, and the color guard on Everybody's Everything by Santana.
How do I get up there? Show me. I'm sure she's like secretly.
And now, here come your Huskies, coached by Larry Rowland, making their 6th consecutive playoff appearance. Good evening, everyone. The Michigan High School Athletic Association welcomes you to Memorial Stadium for today's district semifinal game in the 2021 Division II 11-player football playoffs. It's game time. Time for both teams to give us their best effort on the field, and for everyone, players, coaches, and fans, to give us their best sportsmanship. Remember, nothing beats good sportsmanship.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Dennis Stuckey with you. Time for our Michaels Car Center keys to the game, and I think the glaring key for both of these football teams this evening at a rainy, and I do mean rainy, Memorial Stadium. Hang on to the football. The team that turns the ball over tonight is probably the team that's going to see their season come to an end. The last 3 years, these teams have played 5 times, including a couple of playoff games, and all the games have been tight. They've all come down to the fourth quarter, and in the case of the last 3 to 5 games, they've all come down basically to the last play of the game. In 2019, Northern won in the regular season 29-26. Then in the playoffs, the Big Reds got a 27-21 victory. Last year, the final score was 20-7 for Port Huron High, but it was 14-7 as time ran out in the game, and the Huskies were scrambling near midfield to try and get one more play off, and the ball was intercepted and run back for a touchdown. So that was a 14-7 game that ended 20-7, and then they played a 14-7 game this year, and Northern had the ball last in that game, and they completed a long pass and had a player tackled inside the 30-yard line in Big Red territory, and that's where the game came to an end. Port Huron High won the toss. They have decided to kick off, so the Huskies will get the ball first tonight in the football game. It's been a steady rain. It's been hard at times, lighter at times, but it's wet. The field looked terrific when we got here to the stadium after warm-ups and the band being out there. It's starting to show a little wear already, so that could be a factor in the ball game as well this evening. Griffin Hansel will kick it off for the Big Reds. The Huskies have Kerrigan and DeLong back deep, standing around their own 15-yard line waiting for this kick. PH started the game in the regular season with a successful onside kick last time. So the Huskies have a formation up front just in case. Now we get the signal. We're ready to go. PH is wearing white jerseys tonight that probably won't stay white very long. The red pants and helmet. The Huskies wearing all blue tonight. And here's the kick. It's squibbed along the ground, and it will be picked up around the 15 by Kerrigan. Kerrigan to the 20. Kerrigan up to the 25, bounced away a tackle, came up the near sidelines and lost his footing on the wet turf and goes down at about the 27, and that cost him some yardage. Had he been able to make that cut and stay up, he had at least 10 more yards and maybe more up this near sideline. But as is, the Huskies will start from their own 27-yard line. With Dylan Bloink at quarterback, we'll see a lot of Joel Steinhauer in the backfield. Huskies like to spread the field and use a lot of 3 and 4 receiver looks. They will occasionally put a second back into the backfield, and that's actually how they're going to open the game here with no receivers and 3 backs out of the gun. It's a direct snap here, and not a whole lot for Briggs on the carry. So a little wildcat here. Or check that. That was 30 Felco. Danny Felco with the first carry for a short gain. So a little bit of a different look there by the Huskies. It'll be second down and 8 from the 29. Colin Orr is into the game as a tight end. He's to the left side of the line, and again they go with 3 backs and Felco working out of the shotgun, and he's going to run with the football. He's got Steinhauer blocking for him as he turns the corner out to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 7. He's about a yard short of the first down. So Danny Felco, who's missed much of this season due to injury, lines up and is taking the snaps right now in the backfield, and they didn't give him a very good mark on that one. They spotted at the 35, so it will be 3rd and 2 Huskies here. A power formation. Falco, Steinhauer, part of a 4-back backfield. This is really new for Northern. Another snap to Falco. He'll go straight ahead. And another short yardage gain out to the 38. That should be enough for a first down. Needed a couple and got about 3 there. So 3 carries, 11 yards for Falco, and a Northern first down out to the 38-yard line. Just underway here at Memorial Stadium. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to go first quarter. This is the first possession by either side. Again, the Huskies come out with 4 big bodies in the backfield. And again, Falco running to the left. And they've got this one strung out. The Big Reds are ready for him this time. And they're going to stop him for maybe a yard loss. And it'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Tackled by number 58, Noah Mowry, and number 10, Joe Maurer.
Myuri coming over to make the stop there for the Big Reds. So Northern now looking at 2nd down and 11 from their own 37-yard line. Falco continues to be the man running the offense here on this first series. With Steinhauer, they're the deep backs. And Falco takes the snap, and he's running straight ahead again and is tripped up at the ankle. Dives forward to about the 39. He might have got about 2 yards there. They'll be looking at 3rd and long, 3rd and about 9 here. 3rd down 9 for Northern, and it looks like now here in 3rd and long, they might be getting some different personnel in here. You see Dylan Bloink now running in from the sidelines, the normal quarterback. So on a potential throwing down, they'll go back to their normal package. They'll send 2 receivers out wide to the left. Kerrigan in the slot that way. Orr goes motion that way, and they're going to shuffle pass it to him. So here's Colin Orr trying to turn upfield, cross the 40. He'll get out close to the 43-yard line, maybe the 44. They get about 5 yards there, and they'll be looking at 4th down and about 4 or 5. And they're going to bring the punt team on.
Brings up 4th and 6 for the Huskies.
They say 4th and 6. The sticks are right by me. They're about 4th and 5 there. So that was an interesting first possession from the Huskies, but from their own 44, they're going to punt. They get a good snap, and they get a nice kick, and a fair catch being called for by the Big Reds, and that will go over the return man's head. And that will be downed back around the 5-yard line. That ends up being a great kick for Northern. Oriole was back there. He waved fair catch, and then he got out of the way, and the ball didn't stop rolling until it was at the Big Red 5. And with 7:31 to go here in the opening quarter, PH will get the ball for the first time tonight, but they'll start in the shadow of their own goalpost at the 5-yard line. Amari Holler did not play the first time these two teams met. Gavin Troy is the back. And he's in the backfield. They send Holler in motion. Troy takes the direct snap, so both teams showing a little razzle-dazzle, and Troy is straight ahead. He's across the 10 to the 11 and gets about 6 yards on first down. Gabe Mose is out, and Gavin Troy has taken over the running back position, and they're on first down. They just snapped it to him, and they put Holler out in a slot and sent him around in motion. Now Amari will bring the play in from the sideline, and we'll see if he lines up as the quarterback this time. He will, with Troy in the backfield, working out of a shotgun with 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Snap to Holler, and he'll give it to Troy, trying to bounce it outside, and he'll be hit back at the 10 and drop for a yard loss, as the Huskies were waiting for him that time, and it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Number 2, Holler's handoff to number 20.
We're almost halfway through this first quarter, no score. 6:30 to go here in the quarter. And the Big Reds are looking at 3rd down and 5 from their own 10-yard line.
will be 3rd and 5, Big Reds for their own.
Holler just now running in the play from the sideline, and then the Big Reds will huddle back inside their own 5, and then they'll come out and we'll see what they want to do here. 2 receivers off to the left. They've got Ashford split out wide to the right. Holler and Troy in the backfield. Snap to Holler. And Amari wants to keep. Lost his footing a little bit on the wet turf. Spins forward back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. And it's going to be 4th down. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 5. And now the Big Reds will have to punt from out of their own end zone. Troy will do that. Snaps have been an issue for the Big Reds recently. And Troy is standing in the middle of his own end zone. They've got DeLong back deep. He's standing around the Big Red 41 waiting for this kick.
Back deep is number 2, Evan DeLong.
And now the Big Reds have to take a timeout here. They were running out of time on the play clock, and somebody realized it, and they didn't want to take the penalty, which would have pushed them back to the 5. And so they have to burn a timeout here with 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Still no score in the game, but Northern looking here early on to put a little pressure on in the field position department. As they've got the Big Reds pinned back at their own 10-yard line here on 4th down and 5. Winner of this game will play the winner between L'Anse Creuse and Roseville. L'Anse Creuse is the home team tonight, but Roseville is the heavy favorite in that game. And if Roseville wins, it doesn't matter who wins this game. It will be a home game for our winner tonight. Either the Big Reds or the Huskies would host Roseville if they win, and either the Big Reds or the Huskies would have to go on the road next week if L'Anse Creuse wins that game. Here's the snap. Troy's got it. Gets the kick away. Just got it out of there. It might have been partially blocked. It's not going very far. Out of bounds near the 21-yard line. Northern's got a short field to work with. They'll be 1st down at the Big Reds 21 after the short punt there. And again, there was pressure coming, and it looked like it was partially blocked. Simpson might have gotten a hand on it. And the Huskies have it 1st and 10 at the Big Red 21. The first big opportunity in the football game with 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. We'll come out with a traditional look here with Boink at quarterback. Kanye Cole split wide out to the right here for Northern. Steinhauer, the back, lines up behind Boink, who works out of the shotgun. And a low snap. Boink will dig it up out of the turf. And now he's just going to pick it up and run and see what he can get, and he'll be tackled in the backfield. The Big Reds were sniffing blood there. And Jake Allen got in to wrap up Boink back at the 23, a loss of 2 on the play. But first things first, good job by Boink digging that snap off the ground. So 2nd down 12 back at the 23. I'd rather lose the 2 yards than lose the ball there. MJ Green off to the left, and Cole to the right. Steinhauer the back here on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll give it to Steinhauer, trying to bounce it to the left, and he'll stumble forward to the 22. He got about just a yard there on his first carry of the game. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 11 here at the 22. North Branch over on Stream 2. Got a 53-yard touchdown run from Will Damaska. North Branch leads at St. Clair 7-0. Penalty here against the Huskies. A legal procedure, but the Big Reds are going to decline that penalty. And it's going to be 3rd down and 12 from the 23, so no gain for Steinhauer on that last play. And the Big Reds will take the down instead of the yardage. They'd rather have it 3rd and 12 than 2nd and 17. Green to the left. Cole to the right. Steinhauer the only back. Bloink out of the gun on 3rd and 12. Rolling to the left. Bloink wants to run with it, trying to get outside. He'll get short yardage to the 20. Pickup of about 3, and now they're going to be looking at 4th down and about 10. So it'll be 4th down. They're at the 20. They need to get to the 11 for the first down, so it's 4th and 9. And at least right now, no sign of a thought about a field goal in this weather. Huskies have a couple of kickers who can make them, but with the situation being as it is, they're going to keep the offense out there and send Green out wide to the right and Cole to the left on 4th and 9 from the 20. Under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. Bloink looking to throw. Slings it up there, and it's deflected at the line of scrimmage and knocked down. It's incomplete, and the Big Red defense will hold. They get the stop after giving up the ball on the punt at their own 21-yard line. The Big Reds hold, and the Huskies are turned away, and it's still scoreless. And now PH will get it back at their own 20-yard line with 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. So PH will go back to work. They were 3 and out on their first possession against this Northern defense. Coronado split out wide to the left. 2 receivers to the right here for Holler. Working out of the shotgun. They'll send a man around in motion. Oriole Holler's going to fake to him and run straight forward for a short gain. Gets about 2 yards. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Big Reds from their own 22.
Number 2, Amari Holler, tackled by number 62, Zach Sayers, and number 40, Danny Falco.
Sayers, Falco, Fletcher, or you'll hear those names a lot tonight for Northern. That Northern front is really, really good and have been all year long. Second and 8 from the 22. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 3 receivers in for the Big Reds. Oriole goes in motion to the right, and Holler is running straight ahead. Now he's going to bounce outside. Amari to the 25, and then he's wrapped up and pushed back. And is he down? They have blown the play dead.
Number 2, Amari Holler, tackled by number 11.
And we'll see where they say his forward progress took him to the 24. So in the end, it was only a 2-yard gain, but Amari Holler looked for a second there like he might slip away and turn that into a big play.
3rd and 6 for the Big Reds.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 6 at the 24. Amari wanted to just keep on running there, but they said he was down by contact. Ashford going to split way out wide to the right. 2 receivers to the left side. Troy the only back. And a straight drop. Holler now is being chased back there. He's got to run. On the run, he's going to fire. Complete to Ashford near the 30. And that should be enough for a Big Red first down. He's tackled right away at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of about 7. On the catch by Ashford. And it'll be first down. Big Reds out at their own 31-yard line. Down to a minute to go here in the opening quarter. No score yet. But a big 3rd down conversion as the Big Reds move the sticks for the first time in the ball game.
Final minute of the first quarter.
No Gabe Mose, no Connor Rosenau. So the Big Reds missing a couple of guys that whose names would get called a lot some nights. Oriole in motion. They're going to pitch it out, though, to Troy. And Troy will be wrapped up and hit right away back at the 26. And it's a big loss there of about 5 yards as the Husky front was swarming that time.
22, Gavin Troy, tackled by number 22, Jack Bennett.
They give Bennett credit for the stop, but there were about 5 blue jerseys there waiting for Troy. Back at the 26, and it's going to bring up 2nd and about 15 now for the Big Reds. And they're going to let the clock run down. That will be the final play of the first quarter. We're scoreless after one here at Memorial Stadium in this pre-district playoff game between Port Huron High and Port Huron Northern right here on GetStuckOnSports.com.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the PHHS Scholar Athlete Award, presented by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $2,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website.
Welcome back. Second down 15. Big Reds from their own 26 as we get set to start the second quarter. Holler working out of the shotgun with Gavin Troy in the backfield lined up to his right. Two receivers to the left side. Ashford to the right. They're throwing to the left, though. And a little bubble screen will get them some short yardage out to the 31. They got the 5 yards back that they lost as they get it complete to Oriole. Holler's 2 out of 2 for 12 yards. All on this drive, but now they're looking at third down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Surprisingly, the Big Reds have more yardage through the air than they do on the ground, although they haven't run a ton of plays yet. This is just their second possession. Third and 10, they'll go with 3 receivers, 2 to the right. Ooh, Holler almost got him to jump. Now they're running a draw play to Troy, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield and dropped. The Northern front got penetration again, and Troy is dropped by Sayer for a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up fourth down. 4th and 12, and Troy will have to drop back to kick. DeLong back standing around his own 41-yard line waiting on this kick. Troy's first one was partially blocked. Low snap, he's got it. Gets this kick away. This is a much better kick. DeLong near the 45 with the fair catch. But so far, Northern's winning the battle of field position. They haven't been able to do anything with it yet. They were stopped on their last drive on a 4th down and 9 from the Big Red 20. But they'll get the ball back, and they'll start this drive from their own 46-yard line. Still no score in the game. 10:25 to play here in the first half. And Blank, who is 1 out of 2 for 4 yards, will go back to work. Huskies are going to send trips to the left. Cole, the sole receiver, out to the right. Running with Bloink, who fakes to Steinhardt, and then he's wrapped up and dragged down from behind. A great job there by Mayuri. And he stops Bloink at the 45 for a loss of 1. Well, right now, both defenses have been the story of the game so far. And these are 2 good defenses, but also the weather's going to have a lot to do with offense struggling tonight. So you got 2 great defenses and then weather conditions that just do not favor offensive football at all. Again, with 4 receivers, Blank slips as he tries to run forward. He will get a couple to the 47, but in the backfield, as soon as he took that snap, you could see he didn't have good footing, and he just kind of stumbled forward for a couple. And that's going to bring up third down and 8. Northern at their own 47. And they're going to load up in the backfield, and it looks like Falco's back there to take the snap, and he will. It's a low snap, but he's got it. He's going to try to get to the outside to the 50. He dives to the 45, and he's close. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down, but it'll be 4th and 1 across the 50, and this is an area where the Huskies might go for it here. It's an 8-yard gain for Falco, and they might just snap the ball to him again and see if he can get this last yard. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the Big Red 45. 8.5 minutes to play here in a scoreless first half. And Northern will line it up with Falco and Steinhauer. Murdoch is in front of them in a 4-man backfield. And Falco straight ahead. He's got the first down and more to the 40. Dragging tacklers to the 37-yard line. A pickup of 8 for Falco and a Husky first down. And now they're on the move with a threat going into Big Red territory.
This just in, next summer, if you are a caddy
so from the 37 now, first down Northern.
To 1-117. Good job, caddies.
And they're going to keep this, I'll call it the Falco package, in the ball game right now. Falco, Steinhauer, Murdoch, and they've also got Moore in the backfield. Direct snap to Falco, running to the right this time. Puts his head down to the 35, spins forward to the 30 and gets about 7 more. It's just freight train football right now by Northern. They're snapping it to Big Danny Falco and letting him run downhill and seeing if anybody can stop him. And it'll be 2nd and 3 from the 30 now. It isn't flashy, but it's something different. It's something that Northern hasn't shown during the course of the year. And it seems to be effective on a night like tonight. So again, 4 backs, all in the backfield, and they'll snap it to Falco, and he'll just run straight ahead. Big Reds know what's coming, and this time they're ready for it, and they're able to stop Falco for no gain. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 3. Luke Allen makes the stop. 9 carries, 35 yards for Danny Falco. If you would have told me he would be the leading rusher with 6.5 minutes to go in the first half, I would not have believed you. But I'm believing it now because I think he's going to get several more carries before this one's over. So 3rd and 3 from the 30. And again, snap to Falco. This time he'll try to bounce outside, and he'll be ankle tackled, and there is a flag on the play. Falco close to the first down at the 27, and we'll see what the flag is for. It's holding against the Huskies. So that's going to negate a first down run. It'll be a spot foul, and the spot will be the line of scrimmage, the 30. Now they're going to move the flag to the 29. So after they walk this off, it'll be about 9 yards in loss. And it'll make it 3rd and about 12 here. 3rd and 12, we'll call it the 39. That's the first penalty of the game. We'll see if it's a costly one for Northern. We're halfway through the second quarter. There's no score in the game. Cole and Hayden Prone split out wide to the right here. 2 receivers to the left with Kerrigan in a slot and Green on the outside. Kerrigan to go motion right. Bloink in at quarterback. Pressure coming as they set up the screen. Steinhauer the catch, and he'll be hit in the backfield by Gavin Troy and drop back at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard loss as they set up the screen. It was a good call, but PH was not fooled. Bloink is now 2 out of 3 for 1 yard in the game passing. So that'll tell you what kind of a night it is. And now it'll bring up 4th down, and they're going to play field position here. Malachi Mitchell will drop back and punt here for the Huskies on 4th and 15 back at the Big Red 42. Looks like Oriole back deep for the Big Reds. There's a snap that bounces off the dirt, and now running with the football is Mitchell, and he's got room up the far sideline. Mitchell to the 30 and run out of bounds, I think just short of a first down. We'll wait and see. It'll depend on where they say he went out of bounds. But on 4th and 15, he got at least 14 yards there.
Malachi Mitchell on the carry. Officials timeout for measurement.
And the officials may want to measure this one. Malachi Mitchell, that ball bounced to him, and instead of kicking it, he made the decision right away he was going to run with the football. He needed 14, and he is very close. It's going to all depend on the spot. It looks like they're going to put it down at the 28, and that's not going to be enough for a first down. Oh, boy, Mitchell made that fun, though.
The Big Reds will take over short of the first down with Huskies. First and 10.
He needed 15, and he picked up 14. And they'll turn it over on downs. Big Red football at the, you're going to call it the 29-yard line. So officially it was a 13-yard run. Now the Big Reds go back to work. Holler out of the shotgun. He wants to throw, and a little bit low and incomplete at the 35-yard line. Trying to get that to Coronado. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Big Reds. From their own 29-yard line. That's first incompletion for Holler. 2 out of 3 for 12 yards. Big Reds haven't been able to get the run game going. They have just 2 yards on the ground so far, which is a bit of a surprise too. They'll go with 2 receivers off to the right and a receiver to the left. 2 backs now to either side of Holler. Again, works out of the gun. And again, setting up a little screen, but slipping and falling was Oriole. He would have been open, but only for a short gain had he caught the ball, but he slipped and fell, and it went whizzing by his ear. So another incompletion is going to bring up 3rd down and 10 here for the Big Reds as they continue to struggle here to move the football against this Northern defense. Most of the game has been played on the Big Red side of the 50 so far. 4:37 to go until halftime in what has been a swift-moving first half. We'll see what PH is thinking here on 3rd and 10 from their own 29. Oriole and Ashford to the right. Troy the back, and PH is going to burn another timeout. This is their 2nd timeout. They have 1 remaining. With no score here. Northern's had the best chances to score. They had the one drive that started at the Big Red 21, but they only made it to the 20 as the Big Red defense came up big. The Huskies defense has been extremely stingy here in the first 2 quarters. And Northern's last drive ended at the 29 as Malachi Mitchell almost turned a botched snap into in the punt, on the punt, into a first down. He certainly made the valiant effort at it. All right, out of the timeout now with 4:37 to go until halftime. Troy the only back. 3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left here for Port Huron High. On 3rd and 10, Holler straight drop. Now there's pressure coming. He's got to run around, and he's got to be wrapped up and sacked back inside the 15-yard line. Luke Fletcher got him back at the 14. It'll be a 15-yard loss on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 25, Big Reds. And they just can't get out of the their own side of the field here. Troy is going to have to punt, and he'll be near the goal line to take this snap. And DeLong standing near midfield, waiting on the punt. Good snap. Kick is away, and the ball is blocked, and it is out of bounds. And let's see where they're going to say. It's near the goal line. The punt was blocked, and it didn't go into the end zone. And the Huskies are going to get the ball at the 1, it looks like. Oh, my goodness. It was blocked. It went sideways and out at the 1. First down and goal to go Northern at the 1-yard line of the Big Reds. Well, it was a good snap, but Troy took too long, and Northern got pressure up the middle. They get the block. They'll go with the Falco package here at the goal line. Direct snap, Danny Falco straight ahead, wrapped up near the goal line, trying to power his way forward. Still no signal yet. It's a touchdown! Danny Falco is in on a 1-yard touchdown run after the block punt, and the Huskies take the lead with 3:44 to go here in the first half. 6-0 Northern. Well, you kind of figured on a night like tonight that might be the way we see points scored. A block punt sets up the Huskies at the 1, and Falco scores from there. And now we'll get the extra point try. This is Dimitri Kasparian to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole from DeLong, high snap. Kasparian's kick is up. And the officials are looking at each other. What do we got here? Nope, they've blown the play dead.
Offsides, Big Reds.
Big Reds were
elect to take the penalty and go for
the
two.
Big Reds were offside, and so Northern now is going to change their mind about kicking the extra point here, and it looks like they're going to go for 2. So the penalty is half the distance, and that'll put the ball at about the 1.5. And they're going to bring Falco out here, go with the Falco package again, and see if he can't run in the 2-point conversion. And Steinhauer, Murdoch, and Moore, the 4-man backfield. No receivers. Snap to Falco, running straight ahead. Big pile up near the goal line. This time the Big Reds think they've stopped him. No signal, and they did stop him. Falco gets stopped on the run. So the 2-point try fails, but the Huskies lead it 6-0 on the 1-yard touchdown run by Falco. 6-0 Northern leads here late first half.
Michigan Student Aid administers scholarships, grants, and college saving programs that help make college accessible, affordable, and attainable for you. See how they can help you today by visiting michigan.gov/mystudentaid.
So 6-0 here, Huskies. They block a punt, and then Danny Falco scores on the 1-yard run. The 2-point try fails. And now the Big Reds will get it back here. Malachi Mitchell will do the kicking. Kasparian kicks the extra points. Mitchell does the kickoffs. I've seen both kick field goals this year. With the rain coming down at Memorial Stadium, the field has actually held up decently so far. Here's Mitchell's kick. High end over end. And it'll be fielded inside the 10 by Oriole, and he's on the move. Oriole to the 15, and he'll be tackled right around the 20-yard line. And that's where the Big Reds will start with 3:36 to go here until halftime. 6-0 Huskies. Big Reds have one timeout remaining here in the half. Murray Holler, 2 out of 4 for 12 yards. He's carried 3 times for 4 yards. Gavin Troy has 4 carries for -2. Plus, the Huskies got that 15-yard sack on the last possession, so the Big Reds in negative territory in the run game. We've got a receiver to either side here with Troy in the backfield. Holler will give it to Gavin Troy straight ahead for a short gain of about a yard to the 21.
Number 32.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Big Reds from their own 21-yard line.
Tackled by number 16, Alex Armstrong. Number 30, Danny Falco.
Holler just now getting the play back out to the huddle. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Northern up 6-0.
The ball carrier was 22, Gavin Troy.
They've got Oriole split out wide to the left. Ashford is wide to the right. Troy, the back, is going to line up to the right of the quarterback. Holler out of the shotgun. Now they send Ashford in motion. Snap it to Holler. Amari trying to run it to the right. Turns the corner to the 25. Still on his feet to the 30, but we've got a flag. And it looks like this one's coming back on a holding call. Amari trying to make the cut, and you could see him slipping and sliding. It's like running on ice out there. The ground is so wet, and this one's coming back. That was one of the better runs of the night for the Big Reds, but it was a better run because somebody grabbed and held. So this will be a 10-yard penalty. Should put the ball down around the 11 of the Big Reds.
Holding against the Big Reds. The Huskies will accept the penalty.
So it's going to be 2nd and 19 from the 11. Haven't had a lot of penalties here, but holding call against each side, and those are tough to overcome. So 2nd and 19 from the 11. Going to give it to Oriole, and he's going to throw it back to Holler, and that's not going to fool anybody. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled at about the 6-yard line. They brought Oriole around in motion, gave him the ball on the jet sweep, and then he stopped and tried to throw it back to Holler, and Holler is tackled at the 7, and it's going to end up being about a 3-yard loss on the play. And Nate Oriole has played some quarterback when Holler has been out of the lineup this year. Huskies are going to take a timeout here. 2:04 to go in the half. And again, they've just been dominating the field position battle here. And they just blocked a punt near the Big Red end zone to set up the only touchdown of the game. So they're looking at, this is going to be 3rd down and 22 from the 7. So 3rd and 22 from the 7. I'm really not sure what you do here if you're the Big Reds. So far, nothing has really worked for you. They'll go 2 receivers out wide to the left with Oriole in a slot that way. Ashford is wide right. Holler rolling out in the end zone, throwing on the run for Oriole, and he makes the catch near the 10-yard line and is hit right away. And that's going to be well short of the 1st down. Got out maybe to the 11. They got about 4 yards there, and it's going to bring up 4th down and a lot. Second catch for Oriole, but again, not for a lot of yards.
It'll be 4th and 19
4th down and we'll call it. They call it 4th and 19 from the 11. Yeah, they got to get out to the 30 for a first down. And so they're going to have to punt from around their own goal line again. And you know the Huskies are going to be coming. They blocked the last one to set up the only touchdown of the game on a 1-yard run by Falco after they blocked the ball out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Number 22,
DeLong standing inside the 45 for the punt. And Troy is about 5 yards deep here for the snap. Now he's going to take a couple more steps back. And a whistle blows. Is this an official's timeout or?
Offsides defense.
Nope, it was an offside against Northern. Well, that'll help PH a little bit.
Still 4th down and 14 from the
That'll get them
17.
up 5 yards. And that'll get Troy out of the end zone now for this snap. He'll be standing around the goal line now. High snap, but Gavin's got it. Does get the kick out of there. And DeLong lost the ball, and the Big Reds will recover at the 41-yard line. It hit DeLong, looked like in the kneecap, and pinballed away from him. And a Big Red was there to smother the ball at the 41, and the muff punt will give PH the ball. McCall with the recovery.
35, Devin McCall.
Devin McCall recovers the muff punt, and that's the first Husky mistake of the game.
41-yard line.
And the Big Reds catch a big break, and they're out at their own 41, which is by far and away the best position they've had in the game so far. And they've still got a minute 49 to work with and a timeout remaining, and they're going to go 4 receivers, 2 to either side, and empty the backfield. Holler out of the gun. Pressure coming, but he's throwing it deep downfield, and it's just over the head of the intended receiver at the 30-yard line.
Holler's pass intended for number 3, Caden.
He's trying to get that into Caden Rogers.
22, Jack Bennett on the coverage. Second and
And it's
10,
going to
Big
bring up
Reds.
2nd down and 10. Big Reds took a shot there, and Rogers had a step on his man. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Coronado split out wide to the left. Troy is going to move over into a slot to the left, it looks like. They've got 2 receivers to the right as well. And a flag here just as they snap the ball. False start against the Big Reds. So now they'll be looking at 2nd and 15 back at their own 36.
5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Big Reds will get the ball first to start the second half. They'd like to do something positive here in the last minute 48. They have not had a lot of offense here in the football game. Neither side has, but Northern has found a style that's been a little more effective in the weather. And they've gotten the big special teams play. Now again, they'll spread it out with 4 receivers, 2 to either side. Holler out of the gun. Going to set up a bubble screen here for Jaden Ashford at the 35, and he'll be tackled at around the 40. And it's about a 4-yard gain. Second catch for Ashford tonight for just 11 yards, and now it's going to be 3rd down and long. 3rd and about 11. Again, with 2 receivers to either side. Out of the gun. Holler rolling out now, trying to buy himself some time. Now he's running for his life. Holler turns it upfield to the 40, and he's hit hard. Oh, Amari Holler was spanked on that far sideline. He pops up, and it's the Husky player who's down. And around the 41-yard line, it's only a 1-yard gain. I think that was MJ Green on the hit, and he's down. No, it's not MJ. He's up. Somebody down, though, for Northern who was involved on that hit. And I thought that if somebody was going to stay down and be hurt on that play, it would be Amari Holler, but he popped right back up. But now the Big Reds are going to be looking at 4th down, I think, and about 10. So everybody taking a knee here with 1:04 to go in the first half, and up and okay. That might be Orr. Colin Orr, who came charging in there, trying to get a big hunk of Amari Holler. And he stopped him in the end after a short gain. So at the 42, it'll be 4th down and 9.
Back to punt, number 22, Gavin Troy.
Gavin Troy is back out to punt. They've been keeping him busy here in the first half. 6-0 Northern on top. And again, Troy just gets it out of there in time with Fletcher coming. The kick's going to bounce at the Husky 40 and roll dead at the Husky 38-yard line. And 42 seconds to go here in the first half. So Northern gets it back. They have a timeout remaining and 42 seconds to work with here, leading 6-0. We'll see what they're thinking here. They've got the lead, and their defense has been spectacular here in the first half, holding the Big Reds in check. So looks like, to be quite honest, that they're going into a kneel-down setup here. And, yep, Bloink's going to take the snap and take a knee.
Bloink takes the snap and takes a knee.
And if the Big Reds don't use their timeout here, Northern will just have to snap it one more time, and that'll take us to halftime. Huskies are acting like they don't have to snap it again, but I thought he snapped that ball with more than 40 seconds to go. Nope, the officials are saying they don't have to snap it again.
If Lance Cruz wins, either the Huskies or Big Reds will travel there. If Roseville wins, the Huskies or Big Reds
do they? I really don't know here. Northern's huddled over at the sideline. Big Red's defense is still out there. The officials haven't told them to go off officially yet. Now it looks like they're telling them that is it. There won't be another snap in the half. So at halftime, it's Port Huron Northern 6, Port Huron High nothing here in this first round high school football playoff game. And it was an interesting first half, a quick first half of play. Not a lot of offense, and special teams sets up the only score of the game. We'll talk about that when we come back in just a moment here on GetStuckOnSports.com.
Drum Majors, is your band ready? Your 2021 Northern Marching Band proudly presents Queen, starting with Don't Stop Me Now. We continue featuring our wonderful color guard. Snap and sing along to Killer Queen.
Oh my god. Dirt McGirt, the big pen.
You'll have a tough time not singing along to a song combining two of our favorites, Fat Bottom Bicycles, featuring our drumline and pit.
Just search up highest starting salary, highest top of the salary.
Right. Right. It's like totally opposite.
Major Jacob Arundel and Peter St. Major on trombone, Lily Allen on mellophone, and a screaming alto solo by Chase Meister. And feature guard performances by seniors Michaela Conger and Jenna Hannon. Pause a moment at the end to listen carefully to Somebody to Love.
Now they don't have the weather anymore.
Finally, this year's crew, drum majors Claire Marquardt, David Kornacki, color guard captains Michaela Conger, Jenna Hannon, percussion instruction Robert Kruger, Jacob Lamb, color guard coordinator Marissa Kruger, director, show design Eric St. Major. Come see the concert bands and the marching band at our fall concert next Wednesday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. in the Port Huron Northern High School gym.
Up at the top.
Welcome to Memorial Stadium. For your safety and security, the athletics department and school administration encourage you to be aware of unusual activity. Please report any suspicious activity to us here at the announcer stand immediately. Enjoy the game, and remember, report suspicious activity. See something, say something. Any suspicious characters or any brothers walking around with the nicknames of Dragon and Nighthawk, please be cautious. There are 5 good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable, they have higher athletic ceilings, they become better talent in the long run, they have higher sports IQs, their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. Both teams come back on the field for the second half. Just a reminder, please, to all participants and all spectators, please keep your good years. Big Reds won the MAC Blue. Northern is making their 6th consecutive playoff appearance. Please keep your comments very positive. You're cheering positive. These are kids just trying to play a game. See Emma Lewandowski, sports editor for the Fort Huron Northern Yearbook, down on the field taking pictures. Good job, Emma. Remember, 2 great high schools, 2 great seasons. Please keep your comments positive. Please be cheering for your athletes. They're out trying the best they can. The weather's not cooperating. It's been a great first half, 6-0 Northern. Please, please remember sportsmanship. The Big Reds won the coin toss and had deferred to the second half. They will receive the second half kick. Number 2, Amari Haller. Number 22, Gavin Troy, back for the Big Reds. Kicking off, number 89, Malachi Mitchell for the Huskies. Kick covered by number 13, Jaden Ashford.
Well, a squib kick through the mud is covered by the Big Reds inside their own 25 or 30-yard line, excuse me. Yeah, no, I was right the first time, 25. Field's getting a little worn down now. Big Reds will start from their own 23. Field position has been an issue all game long, and the Big Reds really starting from their own 23. This is one of their better starting spots of the game. Out of the shotgun, Amari Holler with the hard count, and we get a flag here and procedure against the Big Reds. So that starting position is going to get 5 yards worse before they even snap the ball. We're 4 seconds into the third quarter. It's 6-0 Northern on a Danny Falco 1-yard touchdown run. He scored with 3:44 to go in the first half after the Huskies had blocked a punt out of bounds at the PH 1-yard line. All right, 1st and 15 from the 18. Give is to Gavin Troy, and he slips and goes down at about the 19 after about a yard gain.
Gavin Troy on the carry.
That is 6 carries, no yards for Gavin Troy. He was in negative yardage before that carry. 2nd and 14, Big Reds from their own 19. The thing is with Port Huron High, doesn't matter where they're at on the field, with guys like Holler and Troy and Ashford, they're in scoring position. It's just a matter of will they break one in these weather conditions. With the rain coming down, a muddy field, they send a man in motion. They give it to Gavin Troy straight up the middle. Troy with some room, now to the 25. Troy to the 30 before he's wrapped up and hauled down after busting off an 11-yard run there. By far and away the best rushing play of the game for the Big Reds. And it gives them a little bit better chance. No, we got a flag. I see it now back at the 15. This is coming back. So instead of an 11-yard pickup and 3rd and doable, we're going to redo 2nd down. And they're going to set it down at the 14. So it'll be 2nd and 19 after the penalty.
Penalty was accepted by the Huskies. 2nd and long for the Big Reds.
2nd down, 19 from the 14-yard line for Port Huron High. And this time they're going to go 2 receivers off to the right and a receiver to the left. And those white jerseys are getting awfully hard to read now. Holler out of the shotgun. Fumbles the snap. It's loose on the deck. Northern's got it. The Huskies recover at the Big Red 10-yard line. A turnover on a bad snap. And the wet field conditions seem to be bothering Port Huron High more than Northern so far in this football game. And the Huskies are set up with another short scoring chance. Daniels recovers the fumbled snap at the Big Red 10, 1st down and goal to go. And I'll be shocked if we see anything other than the Falco formation here, which is what I've dubbed this. Danny Falco, 10 carries, 36 yards, and a touchdown out of a Wildcat setup. 4 backs, snap to Falco, running this time to the left, and the Big Reds will stop him after about a yard gain, maybe, depend on the mark. So it'll be 2nd and goal. I'm going to call it the 9-yard line, so give Falco about a yard there. And I'm sure we'll see that play 3 more times. They tried it to the left that time, and the Big Reds weren't fooled by it. I mean, they know it's coming. It's just a question of can they stop him before he starts going downhill. Because this is a big body that's hard to tackle in the wet conditions. They'll line up the 3 backs off to Falco's right. He'll take the snap, he'll run right, and he'll be hit right away, but still is able to squirm forward for, again, about a yard. We're going to call it the 7. Give him 2 yards on that. And it'll be 3rd down and goal now at about the 7-yard line. They're in the center of the field right now, and that's the area that's been affected by the rain the most and is getting the most tore up and muddy. So the footing is a little bit more slippery where the ball is at right now. So 3rd and goal from the 7. Direct snap to Falco again. This time he's going to try the left and try to get to the edge. And he'll make a cut, and he'll get into the end zone for a Husky touchdown. And now a very, very late flag here. You might have been able to hear the fans screaming for holding, and they do get the call, but it's well after the fact. Falco made a great cut and scored easily on the play, but the flag back at the 10 is going to negate the touchdown. And it's going to be 3rd and goal now, probably back out around the 20. That, for the moment, is a huge, huge call. So now, Northern might have to switch up the plans here a bit. I don't know if they've got a gimmick and if Danny Felko would throw the ball, but right now he's talking with Larry Rowlands, and Dylan Blank is not involved in this conversation, so it looks like they're staying with Felko. They're taking an awful lot of time, too, though. Huskies may end up taking a timeout before this is all said and done. 8:37 to go, 3rd quarter. It's 6-0 Northern. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal from the 20 after the holding call. And they're going to stay with the Falco formation. 4-back backfield. Falco and Steinhauer are the deep backs. They'll direct snap it to Falco, and he's on the run. And he'll be hit right away and brought down. That's Myuri, covered in mud, who makes the stop at the 19. They really only got about a half a yard there and bring up 4th down. They ran it to the middle of the field, and now it looks like they're going to bring out Malachi Mitchell and attempt a field goal. They're going to put the tee down at the 32, or at the 27. This is a 37-yard field goal attempt out of the mud. Straight away for Malachi Mitchell. 37-yarder on the way. Oh, plenty of leg. Is he on target? No. Oh, he banged it and had plenty of distance, but he missed it wide to the left, and the Big Reds dodge a bullet. They fumbled at their own 10-yard line, and Northern comes up empty on the missed 37-yard field goal by Mitchell. With 7:44 to go here in the 3rd, it's still a 6-0 football game, and that's big. The Big Reds have 9 lives tonight because the Huskies, quite frankly, have been the better team so far. But it's only a 6-0 football game. And the Big Reds will go back to work. It looks like a 4-receiver package here, and I think that's Troy at quarterback. He takes the snap, he slips and falls, and he can't get anywhere, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss on the play. So they went with 4 receivers, put Holler in a slot.
Number 2, Holler, tackled by number 40.
And I believe they snapped that directly to Gavin Troy that time. The PA guy said Holler, but I think that was Gavin.
Loss of 5 on the play, 2nd and 15, Big Reds.
It's going to bring up 2nd down. Big Reds at their own 16-yard line. So we'll call it 2nd and about 14. Again, they've got 2 receivers to either side. Holler is the quarterback this time. Bubble screen. It's complete. And to the 20 goes Troy, I believe, for another short gain of about 4 yards.
Complete to number 22, Gavin Troy. Tackled by number 16, Alex Armstrong.
First catch for Gavin Troy. Holler now 5 out of 8 for 24 yards in the ball game. But the Big Reds are looking at 3rd and about 11. Almost halfway through the 3rd quarter, it's still 6-0. Empty backfield for Amari Holler with 2 receivers to either side. He's looking downfield, but he's going to get sacked by Fletcher. catcher came flying in, and before Holler could pull the trigger or make a move, he was wrapped up and dropped back behind the 15-yard line. A loss on the play of about 6. That is the second sack of the game for Northern. And it'll bring up 4th and long, and it will mean Gavin Troy's got to, again, punt from out of his own end zone. And again, the battle of field position is being won here by the Huskies. Big Reds can't get off their own side of the field. The kick is away. This one's a line driver. And it's going to take a Big Red roll, but not far enough. Huskies are going to get it around the 37-yard line. So again, Northern gets a short field to work with here. And you feel like if they take advantage of one of these situations and take a 2-score lead in this one, it's going to be trouble for the Big Reds, and good news for the Huskies. 2 scores tonight might be insurmountable. The rain is not letting up anytime soon, and the field conditions are not going to get better. Out of the gun, Bloink hands it off. Here's Steinhauer. We haven't called Joel's name much tonight. He's going to slide forward for a short gain, maybe a yard there. Yeah, they gave Joel no gain there. He has 2 carries for no yards and 1 catch for -3. Hayden Prone is going to check into the game now on 2nd down and 10 Huskies from the Big Red 37. "13 carries, 40 yards for Falco. He's been the man tonight for Northern. He's in there as a tight end right now. Low snap. Blank will pick it up. He'll hand it off to Hayden Prone, trying to bounce it outside. He'll be wrapped up by Caden Rogers, though, and dropped. And again, maybe a yard will wait on the spot. Doesn't look like they're going to give him anything. Prone's first carry. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 9, and the officials have stopped play. What do we got here? I don't know if they've called something against one of the Big Red players. The referee threw his cap. We're going to have a unsportsmanlike foul against both teams, it looks like, yeah. We had a flag against Northern and a flag against PH. The same official made both calls. So he threw his flag for one and he threw his hat for the other. And those just wash out. By the way, they finally decided on a 1-yard gain for Prone. And so we're looking at 3rd and 9 for the Huskies from the Big Red 36. And what I'm sure is 4-down territory. And we get things going again. Right now, Dylan Blank is standing next to his coach, Larry Rollins, on the sidelines. And I think Larry Rollins is interested in how they're calling these penalties. But again, he signaled that they're just going to wash out. Now Larry Rollins is calling from across the field. He wants the referee to give him a better explanation of what's going on here. They have 4th down on the yardsticks. That's not correct. It's supposed to be 3rd and about 9 here. And they put 4th down on the marker. But we've had a Steinhauer run and a Prone run. And those are the only 2 plays on this possession so far. And in case you're wondering, it's Northern's the home team, so it's their chain gang. So it wasn't the Big Red Chain Gang trying to pull a fast one there. It's just an honest mistake there. So it's going to be third down and a long 9 here from just outside the 36-yard line. Under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's still 6-0 Northern. Blank will work out of the shotgun. Prone is the back. He'll line up behind the quarterback. 2 receivers off to the left. Kerrigan and DeLong. And a whistle here and a false start by the Huskies. And starting to see some reaction from both sides now. The players are jawing a little bit more than was happening earlier in the game. It's always going to go on in any game, and it's certainly going to really go on in a game like this with what's at stake. So the penalty will make it third and about 14 from the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, Boink now. Here on 3rd and 14. He's going to take the snap and run, and he's going to be hit and dropped for about a yard loss back to the 42, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 15 now. And it looks like they'll bring Mitchell out to punt. And remember, Malachi Mitchell from about this spot on the field earlier in the game on a 4th and 15, nearly picked up a first down. He ran for 13 yards after a low snap. And the Big Reds now, the punt team is saying, watch him if he starts to run. Good snap. Mitchell will kick this one. High kick. And it's going to drop in the middle of the field inside the 20 and roll dead inside the 15. It'll be about the 13-yard line that the Big Reds will take over again. But again, they just can't seem to get out of the mire on their own side of the field. Down to 2:19 to go here in the third. 6-0 Northern on top in a game dominated by defense. And the Big Reds will start this drive from their own 13. And that has really been kind of the story all night long. They've had one drive that has started outside their 25, and that was the muffed punt. They started from their own 41. But I don't recall the Big Reds running a single play tonight yet on Northern side of the field. And now the Big Reds are going to have to take a timeout here.
Timeout, Big Reds, their first timeout.
They'll take their first timeout here in the second half with 2:19 to go here in the third quarter. And all of this now is precious, too, at this stage of the ball game. Marlette has opened up a 20-0 lead over Cass City in their game. Roseville, we heard, has a 14-0 lead at the half over Lance Cruz. Winner of that game plays the winner of this game. That'll be next week. If Roseville wins that game, then it'll be a home game for either the Huskies or the Big Reds. All right, out of the timeout.
First and 10, Big Reds.
The Big Reds will go to work. They've got a receiver split out wide to the right. Nate Oriole in at quarterback. And did he lose the snap? He might have lost the snap. There's a pile up inside the 15. Northern says they've got the football, and they do. Northern's got the football as Oriole was in at quarterback, and he didn't handle the snap. It came loose, and the Huskies recover the football at about the 12-yard line. And again, they've got an opportunity on a very short field to do some damage. A fumbled snap at the 13.
Huskies take over at the Big Reds, 13-yard line.
That's the second Big Red fumble here in the third quarter. They got away with the first one, but they're really flirting with disaster here, and you know what this means. Inside the 15, you're going to see the Falco gang. Falco, Steinhauer, I believe that's Murdick, and Moore in the backfield. Direct snap to Falco. He wants to run to the left. Big Reds are chasing him, and Falco blew a tire and goes down near the 15 and is going to lose a couple.
Number 40, Falco on the keeper, tackled by number 58.
So that's going to bring up second down and about 12 now for Northern at the Big Red 15. Clock running with 1:45 to go here in the third quarter. And the Huskies lead at 6-0 over the Big Reds in what has been a defensive struggle.
Our Huskies at the Big Red 15-yard line.
You know, if when we get to the fourth quarter, at least they'll move the ball down to a part of the field that nobody's been on in this half, and that might make it a little bit better. But it is turning into a mud bog between the 20 and the goal line on the side that PH is defending here. Another direct snap to Falco. This time he goes straight ahead, and there's not a lot there. He gets back maybe to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up third and about 10. You had told me Danny Falco was going to carry 15 times in this game before we got to the fourth quarter. Again, I would have looked at you kind of funny. But that's the way it's been going here tonight. Under a minute to go. Northern will have to snap the ball one more time this quarter as they look at third down and 10 from about the 12. Now, last time they just kept it simple and they moved the ball into the middle of the field for the field goal try. If they do it this time, they could kick the field goal in the fourth quarter on a better part of the surface. Falco takes the snap. He slips through a couple of tackles. He's still on his feet. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. That was Steinhauer on the run, and Joel Steinhauer sneaks through and scores for Northern. A huge touchdown with 14 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and it's now 12-0 Northern on a 13-yard touchdown run from Joel Steinhauer. So they switched it up there. They've been snapping to Falco, and then that time they gave it to Steinhauer. Just his third carry of the night, and it's a huge one. Kasparian now for the point after. Kick is up, and it is good right down the middle.
Kick is good for Kasparian.
They had Mitchell attempt the field goal earlier this quarter, and he plastered it. He just missed it to the left. Kasparian right down the middle with the extra point. And it's a two-score Northern lead now with 14 seconds to go in the third, and that is big for Northern. They capitalize on the Big Red turnover and take a 13-0 lead.
Sportswear is proud to be the official customer uniform partner of the Michigan High School Athletic Association. Addicts will design great custom so your team's custom uniform. 6 business days or less. Start your custom apparel order today. Visit addictsportswear.com. Mitchell to kick off.
So Mitchell will kick off. He's going to pound it down the center of the field. It's going to be picked up on a roll. Oriole is going to hand this one off to Ashford. Ashford up to the 25, and then he'll be brought down there. And 7 seconds to go now here in the third quarter. 35-4. St. Clair leads North Branch after 3. So the Saints didn't let the weather bother them tonight because it was pouring at East China Stadium. I think worse than it's been raining here, and it's been raining here pretty good all night long. And the Saints were throwing it around, and North Branch didn't have an answer for it. From the 28. Working out of the shotgun. And running, I believe, is Gavin Troy on the direct snap there. And he'll get a yard, and that should be the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters here at Memorial Stadium, and a late touchdown from Steinhauer here in the third makes it 13-0 Northern headed to the fourth.
Second and 10, Big Reds from their own 28-yard line.
So no Amari Holler here going into the fourth quarter for PH. And Gavin Troy has taken the last 2 snaps. He gave it to Myuri on that last carry. And they got nothing. Yeah, he got a few yards. He got up to the 32, so it was a gain of 3. So it's going to bring up third and about 6, keeping it on the ground. And I believe that's Myuri again. And he's up to the 33, got just a yard there.
Ball carried by the Big Reds, tackled by a host of
So it's going to be 4th and about 5 here for the Big Reds at their own 33. And hard to tell what they're going to do here because Troy punts and he's playing quarterback right now. But I think they're going to keep the offense out there and try and pick up this first down. They're down 13-0. Now they've got Nate Oriole back there. He might be taking the snap. 3 receivers with 2 to the left. They snap it to Oriole. He sets up, throws right over the middle, and he had a man and missed him. Quick little pop pass by Oriole, trying to hit Caden Rogers right off the line, and he missed him. And had he put a little air under that and let Rogers run to the ball, the Big Reds might have scored a touchdown there. But it was overthrown, and they turn it over on downs, and now Northern has a chance to put this thing to bed. The Huskies take over at the Big Red 33 with 10:26 to go. And this time it's Steinhauer, who had that last touchdown run, who brings the play out. And they're in a formation to direct snap it now to Joel Steinhauer. Again with 4 backs and Steinhauer running straight ahead. Crashes to the 32 and gets a yard.
To number 32, Joel Steinhauer, tackled by number 10.
4 carries, 14 yards, and a touchdown for Steinhauer tonight. And with 10 minutes to go here in the fourth,
2nd and 9 Huskies.
Northern in control here in this one,
10 minutes remaining in the
leading
fourth quarter.
13-0. A touchdown late in the second quarter from Falco after a block punt. A touchdown late in the third quarter by Steinhauer after a Big Red fumble. Again, no receivers, 4 backs. Direct snap to Steinhauer and play whistled down here. We've got a flag. This might have been too much time. Yep, delay a game against Northern.
Delay of game on the Huskies.
You know they're going to take 39 seconds between every snap. They do that anyways.
2nd down.
At that time, they waited too long before snapping the ball. It'll cost them 5, and they'll be looking at 2nd and 14 back out at the 37-yard line. And it didn't take long for them to tear up this part of the field that they're playing on right now. It's just getting shredded. And really, the ball hadn't been down there in the entire third quarter. This game has been played on the Big Red side of the 50. And Northern's defense just hasn't let PH move the ball. Direct snap to Steinhauer, and he'll try to get what he can get, and that's not much.
Number 32, Joel Steinhauer on the carry, tackled by number 3.
He's back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 14. Again, right here, the Huskies would love to score because another score does put this game to bed, folks. But, again, I don't think they're going to do anything overly exciting here except run the ball and keep the clock running. Under 9 minutes to go. They'll snap to Steinhauer again. Flag on the play here, and this play will be stopped just as Steinhauer was running through a hole. We've got a false start by Northern. So it'll stay 3rd down, but it'll be 3rd down and about 19 now. Back out at the 42, so the Huskies going backwards here. .8:45 to play, fourth quarter. 13-0 for Northern.
3rd and long for the Huskies on the Big Red's 42-yard line.
So now with Steinhauer, he's got Norton next to him, leading the way. Steinhauer straight ahead. He'll be tackled from behind as he crosses the 40 to the 39 and gets about 3 yards. And that'll bring up 4th and long.
Number 32, Steinhauer on the carry.
We're going to get to the 27, so we'll call it 4th and 15. Check that, 4th and... I guess I was right the first time. I got to get, saw the wrong yard marker. They got to get to the 17. And they're at the 39, so 4th and much longer than I said. Northern's going to finally take a timeout here. Again, they let that play clock run down and then decided to take the timeout. They have 2 remaining with 7:52 to go. Northern leads it to 13-0. And defensively, they have dominated this football game. They have kept the Port Huron High Big Reds pinned inside their own side of the field for the whole game and just haven't let them out. And they've been able to capitalize a couple of times. After a block punt, they got a 1-yard touchdown run. And after a fumble, they got a 13-yard touchdown run. And those are the only 2 scoring plays in the game. The field is a mess. And out of the timeout, Northern is going to play field position again. They're going to punt. Malachi Mitchell stands at his own 45. Oriole back deep. Mitchell drops the snap, and he's in trouble, and the Big Reds will get a snap on the Huskies side of the 50 this time as Mitchell goes down at the 47.
Mitchell falls on the snap around midfield.
A loss of 14 on the bad snap, and they'll turn it over on downs. And the Big Reds, if they're going to come back in this one, it's got to start right here. They're going to set it down. We'll call it the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line of Northern. 7:52 remaining in the contest.
They're going to empty the backfield. Looks like Amari Holler is back in at quarterback. 2 receivers to either side for him. And he sets up. He's in trouble, and he'll be sacked again. Back down inside the Big Red 40. And don't know if that was Fletcher that got him, but because they're just covered in mud now. But Holler is sacked all the way back at the 38-yard line. A loss of 14 on the sack. And so the good field position went away in a hurry. That is the 3rd Northern sack, and they've been for big yardage. Holler sets up the throw. Now he's got to step up. He's just got nowhere to go. He's in a mud bog, and he'll be stopped right back at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Number 2, Amari Holler. Tackled by number 16, Alex Armstrong. Number 74, Troy Daniels.
So now it's 3rd and about 24 here for the Big Reds. From their own 38. Holler in the mud out of the gun. Takes a look. And he'll be sacked again. The ball will come loose, and he'll alertly fall on it back inside the 30. But the Huskies' defense is just too much right now. And the front of the Big Reds can't stop anybody from getting to the quarterback. And it's going to be 4th down and a cab ride to Algonac for the first down. As they'll set the ball back at the 27-yard line, so they lost 11 more there.
Troy punting to number 2.
So Troy will stand at the 10 with 6:11 to go and kick this one away. Really nobody back deep for Northern. And Troy line drives one out of there. It hits around the Big Red 40, and it'll be down to around the Big Red 46. So 5:53 to go here in the 4th quarter. 13-0 Northern, and they'll get it again in Big Red territory.
Huskies will take over on Big Red side of the field.
And things are not going good right now for Port Huron High, and if you're Port Huron Northern, they are really going good. This Husky defense has been something else tonight, and now they're just pinning their ears back, and they're coming after Amari Holler, who just doesn't have time to set up and do anything. Minus 50 in sack yardage loss tonight. Low snap here, scooped up by Steinhauer, and he's got a hole to run through now to the Big Red 40, and he'll push the pile to the 37. And that is about a 9-yard pickup there on a play that started out looking like it was a bad snap.
For a Husky first down.
Gave him a good mark, gave him an 11-yard gain there. And that's a Northern first down. 7 carries, 28 yards now for Steinhauer. Most of that has come since the last 20 seconds of the 3rd quarter to now. 5:20 to play here in the 4th. Huskies trying to salt this one away. And we'll get a flag here before the ball is snapped. And offside against Northern. Not sure who lined up offside, but the official was adamant about it.
Ball is offside, Huskies. They will be moved back 5 yards.
Well, they'll slop it through the mud pile that we're playing in right now. Set it down at about the 42 and call it 1st and 15. Big Reds have 2 timeouts remaining, and now we will be under 5 minutes before Northern snaps this ball again. So again, the 4-back look, and we get a whistle, and now it looks like that Falco is coming in to take the next snap. The Huskies are finally going to take a timeout here. They have 1 remaining, and all they're doing is they're running that play clock down and then stopping it so that they don't have to take the penalty. They don't feel like they need their timeouts right now, leading this one by 2 scores. With 4:44 to go, and with the Big Reds just not doing anything offensively in this football game tonight. And it's one thing if it's just a 1-score game. That's why that second touchdown was so important. Because it doesn't matter if there's time on the clock, no matter what they've done. The Big Reds are always a threat to bust a big play. But now if they bust a big play, they still need another one to get back into the game.
If Roseville happens to win tonight, the Huskies or Big Reds will host the game next weekend.
So from the 41, it'll be 1st and 15 with 4:44 to go. Direct snap, and this time I think it's Falco. Again, hard to tell with the numbers just covered in mud. He's to the 39 and got about 2 yards there. He's been busy tonight. 16 carries, 42 yards, and a touchdown for Danny Falco, and we have dubbed this new Northern offense the Falco formation. Clock running, and again the Big Reds saving these timeouts for now. 2nd and 12 from the Port Huron High 39. Again with the 4-back offense. Snap is in the mud, scooped up this time by Steinhauer, and he'll get to the 36, got about a 3-yard gain. And they'll be looking at 3rd and about 9.
It'll be 3rd down, Huskies.
So 3rd and 9 from the 36. This might be 4-down territory, too, for Northern at this point. In fact, they may run the clock all the way down and use their final timeout before running this 3rd down play. We'll see. Steinhauer brought the call out, so they'll direct snap to him this time. He's just going straight ahead between the tackles, and Steinhauer with a little extra push gets it to the 32. He got about 4 yards there. It's going to make it 4th down and doable. 4th and about 5 here for Northern at the Big Red 31. I'm trying to keep that ball out of the mud until the last possible second here. Actually, the officials have done a good job with that, and now we're going to get a Big Red timeout called. They have 1 remaining. 2:37 to go here in the 4th. Northern 13, Port Huron High nothing. The winner of this game will play in the district championship game next week against either Roseville or Lance Cruz. Roseville was up at the half 14-0. If Roseville wins that game, it'll be a home game here at the stadium for either the Huskies or the Big Reds, and right now it's looking like it's going to be the Huskies. It would take something dramatic to change here.
that would be
the Big Reds are going to pull this one out.
Fourth and 4 Huskies at their PH 31-yard line.
So fourth down, about 5 here for Northern from the 31, we'll call it. And again, 4 backs. They'll snap it. This is Falco to the 30, Falco to the 25. He's got a first down for Northern. Pushed out of bounds around the 24, but he got about 7 yards there. And that, folks, might do it. 1 timeout left for the Big Reds, and we'll be under 2 minutes before the Huskies snap it again. It's 2:15 on the clock, and now the officials have blown it dead. They said Steinhauer got out of bounds at the 23, so an 8-yard pickup on the play. And again, the rain continues to monsoon down here at the stadium, which hopefully won't be in too much disrepair for a game next week if it's here. Again, I believe this is Falco taking the snap, running forward with it to the 20, puts his head down to about the 18 and gets about 6 yards. It ain't pretty, folks, but it's been pretty effective for Port Huron Northern tonight. This has been an impressive performance by the Huskies. Their defense has been terrific. And, hey, the Big Red defense was great tonight. They've done all that they could do to keep their team in this game. But that Northern defense just wasn't giving up anything tonight against the Big Red offense. 2nd and 5 from the 18. Snap to Falco, straight ahead. Nothing special here. This is to about the 16 and maybe about a 2-yard gain. 19 carries for Danny Falco. Who saw that coming? Raise your hand. Be 3rd down and short here. 3rd and about 2 from the 16. And we're now down under a minute to go in the game. And the Big Reds are not using their final timeout here yet. And a Northern first down here puts this thing to bed. I think Steinhauer is lined up to take this snap. Again, very hard to tell. They snap it straight forward, and they're not going to get the game. Well, that was Falco again. Stopped at the 16 for no gain. And the Huskies will be looking at 4th and 2, but they don't have to snap the ball. It'll be 4th down and 2 at the 16, but the Northern Huskies don't have to snap the ball again because time is going to run out before the play clock will. And Port Huron Northern has pitched a 13-0 shutout over Port Huron High, and they will win the pre-district game here at Memorial Stadium tonight. And if Roseville is the opponent, they'll host the district final here next week. If it's L'Anse Creuse, the Huskies will have to travel, but Northern advances. They win a battle over PH tonight, 13-0 your final, and we'll be back to tell you about it in just a moment here on GetStuckOnSports.com.